Yes, so good morning. So so far we have learned many things about Java. Okay, what is Java? What is high level? What is low level? What is compiler? And what is interpreter? What is object-oriented programming? In object-oriented programming, what is class and object? And if you really are not having idea about class and object, please watch our previous videos. And what is the features of OOPS, data hiding, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism, and what is JDK and what is there inside JRE, JVM, and what is the architecture of Java, how the things are working, how Java is open source and simple, secure, dynamic, performance wise, they are good, and all the things we have discussed. Okay, and applications of Java, and we know how to install Java and how to use IDEs, IntelliJ, and all the things, and we know the main method. Regarding main method also we have learned. You remember I told you the story? Yeah. So that story is this all about the table here. Okay. So if you make your variable as a private, what you could do? If you make your variable as a default, what you could do? If you make protected, if you make public, everybody can access. So that all we have learned. And yes, that's all done. But we need to learn how to write Java programs in 5 different ways. But before that, we are going to start with other few things actually today. Okay. So yes. So the today concept is all about keywords, sorry, tokens. Okay. So what I'll do now, this is the single program, right? So I'll write everything here itself. Okay. So from the main class, we'll be dealing with all other places. Okay. So I'll make a long comment here. Okay. Then I'll just have a class called tokens. Okay. I have another class or maybe the method, whatever it is, tokens dot m1, like this I'll call. So as you know already, you are calling a method here with a class name. You know this actually, student dot school. Why? Because it's a static variable. This is static variable, so we are calling with a class name. So very simple. Static variables and methods are belongs to class. Non-static variables and methods are belongs to object. If you wanted to call static method or static variable, you have to call with a class name. If you wanted to call the non-static variable or non-static method, you have to call with the object. So that's a simple thing actually. Okay. Even I can create a separate class also, but if really needed, or else I'll do one thing within a same class only. I'll just create another few methods. Okay. So let's go for method by method. Okay. I'm going to call a method called tokens. I'm going to call a method called tokens. So here also I create a public method which is static method void. Let's have tokens. This is my method. So within a same class, static method I'm calling. So I'm just calling directly. That's all. This is same class. I'm calling directly. Sir, you told static method means you have to call with a class name. Yes, you're supposed to call like this, but with that portion you will study later. There is a tabular column, another tabular column. But as of now, you just remember main dot tokens. Okay, yeah, you can come down here. Sir, what is tokens, sir? Tokens are nothing is particles of program. Tokens are nothing. It's a particles of program. It's small elements. Small elements of our program only basically called as a token. Okay, for example, you see int a equal to 10, final int b is equal to 20, int c is equal to a plus b, and s out I'm writing now double quote inside. Your result is the sum of the sum is you can just print c. That's all. Okay, you can just run this program. You created a method and you are calling the method. That's all. So you get an output now. So it's a fundamental programs, and yes, we get, see here, hello world we are getting, and we get sum is 30. That's all. Hello world, I think maybe somewhere it is there at the beginning. Okay, you can comment it if you don't want. Yeah, that's all. Actually, one small addition of two numbers program we have written, but this program is all about the combination of tokens. Tokens combined together only this program is. Sir, what is tokens? The semicolon is token. This value is token. This equal to token. This int is token. So every part, the dot is token. The semicolon is token. Plus double quote, everything is token. That's what people say. So that's what in another way people say is token is a combination of token is a combination of keywords plus identifier plus symbols plus string and constant. So this is what basically these are the elements combined together. We call them as a token. If anyone wants to write a program, first they have to understand what is tokens. So this is what that. Okay, yes. So let's study one by one. What is keyword and everything. Yeah. So simple. If you wanted to start with the keywords, keywords are reserved words. Keywords are reserved words. It's kind of magical words created by James Gosling. Created by James Gosling for our usage. Okay, so maybe when James Gosling developed Java, so he thought that they may in need of many program when they are solving the problems, they may need a lot of tools actually. Yes, if you are doing some work, you need some tools. So like that, the programming is our tool. In that, some magic tools are there. There's a magical words. If you do that, if you use them, you get some extra power kind of actually. So for example, you want to do repeated work, then there is a keyword called for. Okay, you wanted to stop this looping program, then you have a keyword called break. Okay, you wanted to skip the iteration, then you have something called continue. You have if, you have else. Okay, you have a lot of things like this. You have new it creates an object. You remember, new is a keyword, it creates a new object, so it's a magical word. You are not doing anything, you are just simply using the keywords. So you are getting some power actually, kind of. You can say, you in childhood days you might have watched some shows or series, web series, or shows or something. Even I remember when I was in childhood, there is one serial called G Boombo. It is all about one boy will get the magical pencil. So whenever he wants something, he'll draw in that paper, and whenever he say that mantra, then immediately he'll get it. If he need ice cream, he draw ice cream and he'll tell the mantra, then he'll get ice cream. Cycle, pen, car, whatever he wants, he'll get it everything. So kind of that magic mantra, nothing other than that. Okay. So they even James Gosling have given power already. Our duty is use and finish our work. That's all. So this is what keywords. Actually, in Java, people say in the version 8, okay, but now we have 64 plus keywords. We have actually Java keywords in advanced version, Java 21 and all. If you ask me, we have nearly around 61 or 64 keywords are available, but no need to worry. Totally 53 keywords according to Java 8. So totally 50 keywords are there. Three reserved literals are there. What is reserved literals? Reserved values. Basically true, false, and null. These all are values basically. True is a value, false is a value, null is a value. Coming this side as a 50 keywords, then that 48 are used keywords, 2 are unused keywords. What is unused keywords? It's a weird concept. Java reserved 2 keywords but not in a use. Means Java reserved goto as a keyword, const as a keyword, but you should not use. You should not use this both keyword. Reason is they may use in future because all other languages have these keywords, so they have reserved it. In future, if it is required, we may use it. That's all. And concept wise, I have categorized all the keywords. And data type, if you take, there are 8 keywords, 8 reserved words are there. Flow control wise, if, else, while, do, for, break, continue, and everything. Modifier wise, public, private, protected, and final, volatile, transient, multiple things. Class level, object level, exception level. Void is a keyword. Enum is a keyword. So there are multiple keywords. All together, it's totally 53. 3 are reserved values, and 50 in the 52 are unused keywords. So these are the things. But when you come version 21 and all, so we have few more keywords. Nothing to worry, we can get it from Google actually, then we can understand. So that's a keyword. Sir, in our program, what an all keyword, if you ask me? Int, final, int, these all are keywords. That's all. Okay, yes. What is final? Final means constant in Java. Okay, nobody can change the value. So this is what keywords done. Next one is identifier. Identifier. Identifier is all about names, names given for class or variable or method or object, or it can be anything. Okay, so yes, magical keyword. Okay, and moreover, it's a predefined. Predefined, yes, as I told you, James Goslin have defined, you can use them, that's all. Identifier, when you come, it's a user defined. User defined means as a developer is our choice. Okay, so what is identifier, sir? How do I identify students? By their name? Yes. So like that, you are writing a program, right? How do I remember the class name? There is a name. How do I remember the method? There is a name. How do I remember this method? There is a name, tokens. Okay, I can easily remember them. How do I remember the variable? That's the name. So the name you have given for variables or methods or functions or class or object, this is basically called as a identifier. It's used to identify a class, it's used to identify an object, it's used to identify a method, it's used to identify a variable. That's how it works actually. So yes, int a equal to 10. So a is my identifier. Okay, yes, that's all. So it's user defined, it's your choice. But understand one thing, we have a naming rules. It's my choice means it's not that whatever I want I can give actually. No, it's a naming rule is there. Rule means you must follow. Okay, so your identifier must starts with alphabet or underscore or dollar. No other things. Numbers, no. Numbers are not allowed. You cannot start your variables with numbers. Okay, but followed by numbers are okay. So wait a minute, I'll uncomment this. I'll put multi-line command. That's all. Yes. Even you can have this also. Sorry. Notes and all, I'll put it in the comment. Okay, so that you can easily quickly revise it. So yes, identifier must starts with alphabet or underscore or dollar. Means I can write a variable name as a ABC. I can write a variable name as a student, that's okay. But I can write variable name as a underscore student. I can write the variable name as a dollar student, no problem. But I cannot write a variable name as a 7 student, plus student, minus student, no, not allowed. That's an all error actually, so understand. Okay, so then identifier can followed by number, that is allowed. Means I can write student 78, that's not a problem. I can write stu78 UD, that's okay, but not okay because it should not starts with a number. No number. Understand? Oh, sorry, give me a second. No number that you need to understand. This is one thing. And no punctuation characters. No punctuation characters. You should not use student plus name. No. Minus, multiplication, question mark, exclamation, no. Dollar alone it's allowed. Dollar is allowed except dollar, as I told you. Yes, no space. You should not give a space here. That's a error. No reserved words. No reserved words. You should not write int break like this because break is a reserved word. You should not use. You can write break it. If you want, you can write break underscore it. I'm okay with that. No reserved words. And it's our case sensitives. It is your identifiers are case sensitive. What is the meaning of case sensitive? Actually, int a is different. Int a is different. So that's all. So this is how you supposed to give a variable names and method, whatever the identifiers you wanted to define, you have to give it. But understand one thing: naming rules is something, but there is something is called convention. Convention is all about what is better to do. Okay, this is must follow. You must follow. This is better to follow because all the developers are following. Please, you also follow. What we should do? No, class name must starts with a capital letter. It's not a rule, but people follow. Even James Coslin is following. Even you also can follow. Okay, so that means student. Okay, the teacher. Okay, student attendance can do this. That's all. Okay, yes. Object name can be starts with small letter. And if you have, two letter words, then you can capital letter also can go. For example, student. That's all. Okay, for example, you can go for teaching staff. This yes can be go with a capital letter. Yes, but starts with small letter followed by capital letter kind of. And method name are the same thing. You can just go for play game, but we put the parenthesis so that we could understand. So starts with small letter, then you go capital letter. If it is a simple method, then you write play. Okay, night shift. Okay, yes, capital letter. Okay, shift means then you can go with only small letter. That's all. So this is method name. If you are making your constant is something which nobody can change, right? So capital letter, pi, Euler value, as well as these kind of things and all, you can go for a constant capital letter, full caps. Okay, this is how it's class, object, method, and variable small letter. You can normally you can data members, correct, right? It's small letters. You can use it. That's all. This is the naming rules you must follow. That's all. Next one is symbols. You can see here keyword identifier. Next one is symbols. Symbols are nothing is special characters and operators. Symbols are nothing. Symbols are nothing. Special characters and operators. So in our program, if you see here, the plus have some meaning. It's a symbol, semicolon, as well as dot, as well as plus. Everything has a specific meaning. In the place of semicolon, we cannot use colon. In the place of plus, you cannot put a dot because that's all error, correct, right? So every operators have some specific meanings. We'll study in future arithmetic operator, logical operator, comparison operator, dot operator, and assignment operator, ternary, everything you will be studying in the future. So this is something called operators, and we have there is something is called string. String is one of the very important concept. Yes, string is a built-in class as well as object. We'll study future. String is immutable and everything. No need to worry. So as of now, string is a combination of alpha plus numeric plus special characters. Okay, anything you enclosed within double quote, it's basically a string. Double quote only, single quote, it's character. Okay, and the position it starts from 0. No worries. For example, if I have string a is equal to high means the h will be 0. The h index will be 0, a will be 1, and this will be 2. But the total length it starts from, okay, the length you have to count starts from 1 actually. So the length of the string, if you ask me, the length of the a string, if you ask me, it's actually 3. Length of the string, if you ask me, it's a 3. But position, if you ask me, the positions will be 0, 1, and 2. That's all. Give me 1 second. Yes. So the position starts from 0 and the length starts from 1. Sir, I wanted to find out the length of the string, sir. So you have to write a dot length. Length is a method, don't confuse. Because in array, length is a property. In string, a dot length. And moreover, string can be defined in two ways. With the new keyword also you can do, uh, without new keyword. There are two ways of defining a string. String a is equal to high. String a is equal to new string high. How we create object, right? Already I taught you how to create object. New is a keyword. It creates a new object. Student is a constructor call. So that's in that way also you can able to create the object, string object. Okay, but don't think about this as of now. I'll explain later what is the difference between this and this. And a dot length is a string. As of now, this much only. Okay, and there is another rule here. Number plus number, you get a number. If you wanted to say 10, 5 plus 5, actually 5 plus 5, you get a 10. But when you do number plus string, you get a string. Okay, this operation we call it as a addition operation. Okay, whenever you use a plus operator with two numbers, that's addition. But whenever you are using two string, for example, you just have hi and you just have by. This will produce hi and by, hi by it produce. So this is basically we call it as a concatenation. Concatenation means merging two strings. And when you are coming for again string plus number, nothing worst, same thing only. Sorry, wait a minute. Number plus string. Okay, so you are writing 10 plus by, it will be 10 by. If you write hi plus 10, 10 is a number, right? Oh, so that will be you get hi 10. That's a concatenation again. Sir, what if I get string plus string? That is also, yes, C++ language which produce a error. You cannot add two string. But in Java, it concatenate and it produce the output. Okay, so the one operator, the operator overloading, actually people say one operator can do multiple work. That is a plus. So in Java, plus does two things actually. One is addition, one more is concatenation. So there are two things are there. So this is constant, and the final one is basically constant. Okay, so constant. Constant is something which nobody can change. Nobody can change. Once you define that, nobody can change. Sir, how do we do that, sir? Final. If you put final, then it is yes. Actually, you can make your class final, you can make your method final, you can make your variable final. We will study later about it. As of now, a variable, if you define with final, that nobody can change. This can be used actually, but nobody can change. In our program also, you see here, final int b. You cannot change b, but you can add a and b. That's not a problem. Just because of adding a and b, it doesn't mean that b value will change. We are adding them, storing in a different variable. That's okay. So this is what basically tokens. I, I hope you clear everything here. Yes, done.